Hey guys, it's Guns Good Taco here, and I'm kind of doing an impromptu video here because of something that happened. I actually haven't made a video in a while, so I decided I was going to go ahead and get started with this again and make myself a new video. Recently, I've actually upgraded my VR setup to a Valve Index. Unfortunately, I had to pay a little bit extra for it because my CV1 Oculus Rift headset broke in one eye, and so it kind of forced my hand to have to go after a scalper. So you can forgive me for that, I hope, but I sold some stuff and it actually made it about the same price as just buying it straight up index. But it was like an 8 to 12 week wait for the index, and then Steam kind of screwed me. Anyway, off of that, I wanted to upgrade my setup. I actually have full body trackers that I've actually gotten with my system. Right here, this is my waist HTC Vive tracker. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go with a Valve Index. It has the Valve 2.0 base stations, which offers better tracking than the 1.0. And also, it's a better looking headset, more better made. It doesn't have OLED, it's got LCDs, but I don't really notice the screen door effect or anything. It comes with two of these base stations with the product. And with my room, I really don't need more than two. But I went ahead, back when I had my Oculus CV1, I was just going to get two base stations from HTC Vive, which I'd already ordered, and just use it with the slightly broken with the slightly broken Oculus Rift, and just wait around 8 weeks. But then I happened upon an unopened index for a relatively more expensive, but not too crazy price, so I was able to pick it up. So I already had these two base stations coming in from HTC Vive that I already ordered, and then I had my two base stations I got with my Steam VR Oculus. There's too many headsets today, man. Too many headsets. My Index, my Valve Index. And one thing that kind of struck me as odd when I got these HTC Vive things, if you look at this, if it'll focus in, this is the exact same 2.0 base station as the Valve Index. So HTC Vive admitted to me on chat that they make the base station for the Steam VR setup, or for the Index. It's the exact same product, exact same thing. The only difference that I've noticed from the packaging and unboxing it is that the power supply is shorter. It's different. It's a proprietary one, where with the Steam VR or the Index VR base stations, it's a much longer cord, and it plugs into the AC adapter, and it's much, much longer. And so you can actually have longer setup. With these base stations, it's just a small AC adapter, and I guess they assume that you already have the 1.0 base stations. But that's my biggest point with this that made me very, very angry with how this product is sold. This is the exact same product in functionality and everything. This is the expensive part, is this base station, the rotors and everything. This is the expensive part. HTC Vive sells this base station for $199.99. Now, if you buy it from Steam, it is $149.99. And I'm not really sure. I've never bought the $149.99, but it's also out of stock right now, which is bullshit, because if this is in stock, then the Steam VR should be in stock too. The only thing I can think of why it's out of stock is that the proprietary power pack that Steam VR uses, or that Steam uses and Valve uses, is what's in short supply, not the actual base station. So I'll give him that. Maybe that's it. But I still think it's bullshit that I'm paying a $50 premium over the Steam VR things when they're the exact same product. It even says Valve on the back. Let's zoom in on that again. See, it says Valve. Like, this is absolute horseshit. Why am I paying a $50 premium over the exact same hardware and gear? And on top of that, when I received this product today, so the requirement of this product is that you have to have it at a high elevation, pointed down and across from the other base stations, or in the view of the other base stations. I've got 4 now, so it's actually pretty much overkill. But so I have the best tracking ever in my room now. But the problem is that they don't include the required mounting gear with this. Now, I understand a little bit why they don't do that, to save some money. Because when people were buying this, maybe they already had the 1.0 base stations. They just were trying to upgrade, so then they just had to screw them out. But what about people like me who don't have the 1.0? Like, they're just saying, oh, screw you, go to aftermarket or whatever. And I even looked online, their accessory page. There's not even the mounting gear for this on the accessory page. I couldn't find it anywhere. If someone could point it out to me, I'd love to see it. But at the same time, that's extra money. You're already paying a $50 premium for a plastic plate that you just screw into drywall that only costs probably 20 cents to make. I could go to Home Depot and probably find something similar and mount it. The only thing I don't have is the ball that mounts the back of this to rotate it so I could point it down. So I had to MacGyver the base station in with picture hanger hooks and some nails, and now it's at an angle, but not like... I dropped it a couple times. I hope it's not goddamn broken. But, you know, I just find it bullshit that companies like Valve and HTC are basically in cahoots with each other in this because, I mean, I blame HTC Vive more because they're charging $50 more for the exact same product that's $149.99 retail from Steam. Steam just isn't releasing it because it's out of stock because of all this other stuff, people wanting it. And I'm assuming when they get their base stations from HTC Vive is that they're proprietarying them to the actual Index headsets, which makes sense. But at the same time, that means HTC Vive isn't providing enough of these, even though they have these in stock. HTC Vive has these in stock and could send them to Valve, but they're not. And I want to know why. I think that's bullshit. But also, if you're going to charge a $50 premium over the Steam product, which is the exact same thing, you should at least include the mounting hardware so I could actually use the damn thing like it's supposed to. Now I'm having to MacGyver it where it could potentially fall because these have got rotors in it. And the other thing with this is these things are incredibly loud. A lot of people don't realize that, but they get like a little little eerie, like little sound from the rotors going off all the time because they're always on. So my recommendation, if you use the Valve Index stuff, do not leave this plugged in all the time. The rotors will eventually fail. Anything I know, if something is a moving product that works all the time, I would not leave this plugged up all the time, even if it has a sleep mode. You know, I would unplug this every time, or at least plug it into a surge protector, so that way you just flip a switch and it's off. Just have a proprietary surge protector for just this base station. So this is kind of a short video, kind of a rant video, the fact that it's bullshit. When I talked to them on chat, I said, hey, why isn't the mounting hardware thing? They said, you know what? You're right. It should include the mounting hardware. We're sorry, but they probably didn't put it in the box. That was one excuse I got, but then when I looked online, it looked like it doesn't include it anyway, looking at the other included components. But it sounds like they want to change their thing to where they will start including the mounting hardware after I basically bitched at them on chat. And they said, we could fix this later. You know, we could give you a full refund. And I was like, well, why would I want to get a full refund? The component works. It's fine. I don't want a full refund. Like, I was like, are you going to give me a full refund and let me keep the base station? Said, no, you'd have to return the base station. Oh, so I have to take time out of my day and send this stuff back because you're too stupid to send me mounting hardware that should be required when you're charging a $50 premium on a product that's only $149.99 direct from Steam. It's absolute bullshit, and I hate it when companies do this. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to know if the Index is actually made by HTC Vive too. I have never researched this or anything like that, but if they're making these components, you know, who knows what else Valve is farming out to other companies. Maybe that's why the HTC Vive is so HTC Vive Cosmos was so crappy, is that they're trying to sell the Index more. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but either way, base stations, they're great. They're function. They're amazing. They give you good viewing angles, and they give you better motion, especially for full body motion. So now with 4 things, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that part of it. I'm just happy about basically the MacGyver shit I have to do. I have a tripod up here for one, and then I had to use picture hangers for the other one when I have 2 that are properly mounted from Valve. What the hell is your problem, HTC? This is bullshit. So it's kind of like a mid-review, I guess, unboxing that's already unboxed. You know, it's a great product. I recommend it. I recommend buying it. The only place you could buy these base stations is from HTC Vive. But when you do buy this, you need to go buy third-party mounting gear because they're not going to provide it to you, and that's bullshit. So that's my phase on all this, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, as always, live good taku, be good taku. If y'all have any more feedback for me later or other content you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know. I'm very junior in all this. I'm starting to enjoy this. I like the equipment that I have, and I hope that I can grow an audience later and provide you good content. And catch me over my Twitch channel whenever you want. I'm going to start streaming VR chat again, because I have full body gear, and it's really, really fun to mess with people with that. So stay tuned for that. All right, thanks, guys. I'm getting out of here. Chill.